What's up, everybody? Analog Archives here. How's everybody doing? Gonna do the 20 of 21 tag for the vinyl community. Oh, it's a metal one. The metal tag 20 of 2021. I've seen a bunch of people do these. Pretty cool. Originally done by Rock Scout. So go check him out. It's a little bit cooler because we can do like all metal. Most of the questions are metal. There might be one or two that are not metal. Alright, before we begin, what we're spinning here is Eccentrics. This is for Whose Advantage. This was 80s thrash band. This came out on Road Racer, I think 91. But their first album, Shattered Existence, which I like a little bit better than this one. This one sounds more in the Metallica vein. Still cool. I like it. Check them out. First album's better, but that's more in the very thrash Testament vein, if you ask me. All right, let's get started with this. So the first one, music spoiled by vocals. Anthrax, Among the Living. Joey Belladonna. This guy right here. No, that's Dan Spitz. That guy. Downfall of the band, man. Neil Turbin fucking ruled. Actually, like Spreading the Disease. I don't mind that album. And this album's okay. I think it's overhyped, honestly. Has some good riffage on it. SOD-ish type of riffs. I think Scott Ian and Charlie Benante were coming out of... I don't know. I think they were writing this at the same time they were writing Speak English or Die. So a lot of the riffs kind of carried over. But the riffs aren't the problem, obviously. It's the vocals, because that's what we're talking about here. So, yeah. Anthrax. Actually, Joey Belladonna. Next up, album spoiled by bad production. Cryptic Slaughter, Stream of Consciousness. And you know, this album's got a lot of praise going, like, nowadays. But for me, like, after Money Talks, I was expecting something more, I guess. With a better production, not a step backwards. I like this album now. But back when it came out, I thought the production was horrible. I think it even said it was recorded in a beer... like a brewery inside like a beer tank. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it says it on the liner notes. But I love this album now, but I still think the production on it is shitty. I think if it had better production, it would have been better. Pretty sick ass insert there. Good album, but production could have been better. Even if it had the same production as Money Talks, the album would have fucking ruled. Alright, what do we got next? A band that suffers from a weak member. That would be David Vincent, especially on this album going forward. He became some kind of prima donna. I think he was always kind of a fucking douche, but it just started with the leather pants and the posing, and his vocals were like, whoa. I don't know, man. This album is a turd to me. I know everybody loves this record. I thought it was the downfall of Morbid Angel. I actually like the one after it better. What's it called? Domination. but that has like one of the worst record covers on it. But anyways, that's my pick for weak band member. I think if they would have stayed true, or even if they had gotten a different singer on that album, then again, it's just my opinion. Alright, show an album that defines heavy. Well, there's a lot of albums that define heavy, but for me, this Disembowelment, shit just fucking pummels your fucking head in. And just crushing. Before Funeral Doom was a thing, these guys were pretty much doing it. If you haven't heard this album, check it out. Just super heavy, crushing shit. Mixed between, it's doom, but it has death metal vocals. So if you're into that kind of thing, check them out. Alright, show a record recommended by the music community. And this was Matt over at Dark Path, this Nephilim. Pretty badass industrial, super dark industrial. Right up my alley. Ex-members of Fields and Nephilim. So connected, but sound completely different. This is industrial with metal. I think this was their one and only offering. Correct me if I'm wrong, but shit, just fucking super dark, super heavy, super catchy shit. Thanks, Matt at the Dark Path. Go check his channel out if you haven't. Alright, up next, number 6. Show an album that takes you in a different direction. Which way? I'm assuming they meant I'm assuming Rock Scout meant a different direction as in musical taste that isn't metal. Again, my musical taste goes everywhere. I have tons of records by tons of bands. But how about Kraftwerk, Autobahn? Yeah, this album fucking kills, man. 70s Moog synthesizers. And it has like a 20-minute song about the Autobahn. And just awesome shit. I love this record. Killer stuff. If you like just progressive keyboard-driven weirdness, Kraftwerk is an amazing band. Alright. Number 7. A gem from your collection. I have a lot of gems. But this one has a funny story, but it's a fucking gem too. This is the Metal Holocaust Box Set. Fuck yeah, man. 500 made, 1981 Fan Club Edition. 3 LPs in here. Standard black vinyl on Metallic Death Records. This has live stuff from, I think it was a show. Some boobies there. Over the top heavy metal brain damage party. Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Scorpion, Saxon, Motorhead, Ozzy, Venom. Fuck yeah, dude. I like how Venom doesn't get a shout out on the front, but they actually have only one song on here, Angel Dust. Titanic Power Chord, Live Atomic Assault, UK Metal Festival. UK Metal Festival, I don't know. I don't really look it up. But it's when Ozzy left Black Sabbath, so you have Ozzy actually playing on here with Dio, singing with Black Sabbath. It's got some cool Scorp songs on here. Love Drive, He's a Woman, She's a Man, Backstage Queen, Ace of Spades, Hammer, Bomber, Overkill, Capricorn, and then it's got the Maiden stuff is with Diano. So yeah, check it out. I mean, not check it out because you're never gonna find this. I think it was limited to 500 if I didn't say that. Yeah. But oh, the story. I forgot about the story. So I maybe bought this album maybe like 15 years ago at a local used record store. And I was looking around the vinyl. This is when nobody gave a shit about records, I believe. And I saw this in there. And I'm like, fuck, it was like $10 or something. Swooped it up. Brought it up to the counter. Dude runs up. What's going on with that? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, I was gonna buy that. The guy that worked there, I'm like, tough shit, dude. Like, what? This shit always happens to me. Like, people run up and was like, what are you buying? It's like, man, you have to put that shit on the floor for the customers. Like, I don't give a shit if you're gonna buy it. Don't fucking come running up to me telling me that I can't buy Metal Holocaust. Do you see Metal Holocaust in my hand? Guess like I got it. But anyways, yeah, that shit pissed me off. It's happened to me multiple times. And then the guy was like mad at the girl that worked there. I told you not to put that out. Anyways, funny story. Up next, the band in your collection that's closest to your hometown. And that would be these homies. Exhumed. Excreting Innards. This is when I had just drawn that logo. I think this is the first thing it actually appeared on. Because this is actually like almost the exact version of this logo that I drew. This is like a perfect, this is like almost the exact same size too. Which is pretty cool. And this was, who put this out? Afterworld Records. Afterworld, they put out some, it's cool, it's on pink. They put out some cool shit. They put out that Deceased CD that had all the demos on it. I have that shit, I just found it. But this shit's sick. Excreting Innards. I love the early Exhumed stuff. Up to gore metal. I mean, I still like them, but this stuff was just in a class on its own, in my opinion. Side note, I actually did an album cover. I did the cover for this. I did a different cover for this for them, and I have it somewhere. I actually have a shirt. They printed shirts of my art on the shirt when they played with. I believe they played with Morgue and someone else, and I'll have to pull it up. When I do my shirt collection video, I'll pull it out. You guys can check it out. It's pretty gross. But anyways, yeah, San Ho, California. A lot of bands I could have put in there, but metal up your metal LP you reach for when you want to hear some melody. There's a lot of records I don't really like. Man, I really want to hear some melody today. It's not something I do, but I would say like Dawn, like Swedish Dissection, and of course Necrophobic. This album in particular just has some really melodic, I wouldn't call them melodic, but just some really catchy melodies in their rhythms and stuff like that, which a lot of the Swedish bands did, but especially like the aforementioned bands like Necrophobic, Dissection, Dawn, Unanimated, that kind of stuff. But yeah, Nocturnal Silence. This is OG press from, what was this on? Black Mark Records. I think they re-released this recently. I should probably pick it up, even though I don't need it. LP in your collection you would sell first. Fuck this band. Absurd. Again, NSBM bullshit. I didn't realize this band was so much into that stuff. I kind of like read up. dude was like, I think these guys killed somebody early on in their teens, and I don't know, they're a bunch of kids, I guess, back then, but still, I think the dude that was in this band still runs a label for NSBM band. This is numbered 145 of 500. If anybody wants to fucking shoot me like $400 for this, it's yours. You can't sell it anywhere, obviously. It's banned. I have their second record too. For some reason, I found all their stuff one time when I was buying a bunch of black metal, and I remember hearing the name. I didn't know anything about them at the time. I just thought they were a regular band, but yeah, fuck that band. Anyways, up next, which subgenre of music would you delete from existence? This is kind of an odd question for me because I think metal has its place in different genres, whether it's groove metal, new metal, whatever it is, whatever people like. I'm not going to say like you shouldn't listen to that deathcore. It's stuff I don't like, but it doesn't mean other people can't like it. But for me, it would probably be, if I had to like, what's really cringy for me is like joke metal bands that make fun of the genre, in my opinion. Like baby metal and fucking Steel Panther and stuff like that. I don't get it. I know it started with Spinal Tap and like Bad News. I felt like Spinal Tap was more of just a funny thing, but then like bands take it seriously and like come out with records and concerts, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't think it needs to exist. If you want to see Steel Panther, just go fucking see fucking Poison or some other band that they're just mimicking and making fun of, basically. I feel like they're just making fun of metal, and people are eating it up, but it is what it is. If you like it, fuck off. Anyways, a band you would like to see a reissue from in 2021. I would like to see a bunch of reissues of stuff I can't get, but for me, probably I would have to go with the Gangrena CD. It's super obscure Czech death metal band, fucking super killer shit. There's a couple more I'd like to see, but off the top of my head, I'd go with Gangrena. Lucifixion. Fuck yeah, dude. I'd like to see that Lucifixion finally come out. This shit's fucking impossible to find. Fucking rips, too. Which 80s metal act would you like to see a comeback record from in 2021? 80s metal? I don't know, man. It's probably gonna suck, but Icon. Love this record, man. Look at these dudes. Fucking Canadian cheese balls. But this shit rips. Super heavy, fucking badass songs. Killer Machine, World War, It's Alive, Under My Gun, Iconoclast. Ugh. Shit kills. I'd like to see them come out with an album, but they have to look like that and they have to sound like this album. It's a prerequisite, okay? Icon, if you're watching my video, get Dan Drexler back in the band. I don't even know if that's a guy's name. That's sad that I remember this. A guy's name from Icon, isn't it? Anyways, all right. What's next? Let's see, where we at? Number 14. Show an alternate variation album cover. I had a couple of these. A couple I didn't have the actual other versions, but this is a cool one. Death Row, Riders of Doom. Look at that glare. That's a shrink wrap, man. Woo! Look at those dudes. Creator got nothing on them. This dude took the Lars Ulrich look. There was always one guy. Let me get the little weird mustache. But Riders of Doom. Ugh, this album fucking kills, man. Slaughtered, Violent Omen, Dark Tales, fucking Spider Attack. Anyways, I'm not talking about the record too much. Get it. I think it's re-released. I like those blue lines. They were like, what are we gonna put here? Throw some fucking blue lines. But, so, little fact. This album was originally, or overseas, not too sure, Satan's Gift. There's the alternate cover. So, same record, same songs. But, same record label, both on Noise. And this one was called Satan's Gift and had a different record cover. So I think the record label didn't want them to use Satan's Gift. They didn't want Satan in the title. Thought it wasn't going to sell, maybe. Cover's not that great. Riders is better. I don't even know what this is. It's just like some barbarian monster. But, fuck yeah. Love this record. Both versions. They both sound exactly the same. Nothing different about them. Alright. A band for you. Oh, a band that you define as metal. Well, this is kind of easy. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. I would say Iron Maiden in general, flat out. If anybody's like, hey, do you listen to heavy metal? Like, what are you talking about? Like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, what? Like, there's like those bands that you just say. But for me, fucking Maiden. This album, woo, woo. My favorite Iron Maiden record. Fucking rips, and I'm not going to talk about Maiden for 10 minutes. But, show your most metallic record cover. I have so many records. A lot of them look metal, but, this one, like, if you saw this, you know it's metal. There's a Terminator. He's got, like, that electric prodding shock stick, and the thing says Northwest Metal Fest. This was a Seattle comp. But a fucking ripper too. Plus you can see the bands on the back, so you know, like, you're like, oh shit, Rottweiler. Intense as hell. We got 2 songs by Mace, including Marching Sacrifice, which I thought was Marching Sacrifice. I think that's the actual title. I don't think it's Marching Sacrifice. Who else you get? All these bands, they're badass. Open Fire, Sato, Bondage Boys. Look at Metal Churches on this. Yeah, but Northwest Metal Fest and that cover fucking rules. Metallic album cover. Alright. Next up. An album you disliked at first, but now highly regard. So I'm gonna go with this. I'll take it out because this case is like dirty as fuck. This is Obituary, The End Complete. So when this album came out, I was a huge Cause of Death fanboy. And this album didn't sound like Cause of Death. It sounded more like a mix between the older album, Slowly We Rot, but slowed down. And it's just fucking heavy as balls. I love this album. I like the sound on it, the production on it. I like it better than Cause of Death. So this one's taking the place of Cause of Death for now. Who knows what the future holds for me in Obituary. Soon you will know. On one of these next lists, probably. Alright. An album you liked at first, but now disregard. I'm gonna go with this one. Entombed. Wolverine Blues. I liked this when it came out. I liked the EP better. Hollow Man. And then this came out. But this was like the downfall of death metal, in my opinion. This was when all the bands were trying something different. And I thought it was a good thing at the time. But this album does not hold up. I'm sorry to say. It's just sad when a band comes out with something like this and then that defines their career. Like, they never they were never able to capture like left-hand path type of style or even clandestine. Once they did this, then all their records pretty much just sounded like Wolverine Blues with rockier elements. So they just got worse as they went along. But for me, Wolverine Blues, I know a lot of people like this record. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'll listen to it on occasion, possibly. I like how there's a CD on the cover. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what the marketing scheme was there. Maybe they're trying to tell you. I think that's a promo. I have both versions. There's another version too. That's the promo version I got for free at a show. But up next, but yeah, Wolverine Blues. Let me know your thoughts and why you think it would be better than Left Hand Path or Clandestine. I think it was a step in the wrong direction, honestly. But yeah, again, my opinion. Metal band that deserves more attention. This band, man. These guys got the shaft. I don't know why. Laz Rocket. Well, I mean, that album cover kind of blows, but they had some badass, fucking, really good fucking thrash metal. These dudes are from the Bay Area. Fuck yeah. I had the first album, City's Gonna Burn, which fucking rules. Then I think there was No Stranger to Danger, which kind of was not that good of a record. I'll have to go back to it. And then Know Your Enemy, I believe, came out after that. And then this one, and I don't remember the last one. It's got that fucking, I guess this was their mascot. It's got that dude on it with like a gun. That album fucking shreds, dude. If you like Bay Area thrash, fucking check out Laz Rocket, man. They got the shaft. For some reason, they just didn't get popular. I know they had a couple videos, but for some reason, they got lost in the thrash shuffle. But good shit. I like this list. Go do one if you feel so inclined to do so. And then check out the other ones. Rock Scout, go check out his channel. And I'll see you guys soon.